everyone. So, questions and answers number three, video number three. And I'm going to answer three questions, very interesting here, that should help a lot of people. And those questions are coming from either my subscribers here on YouTube or my Facebook members, which are many more. So, anyhow, let's start with the first question because it's a very, very interesting question. So here's a question from a subscriber here, and she's saying, here you are using the word ignore, but in the video not reacting versus ignoring, you said we should not react to the red car. Can you clarify if you mean ignore here? It's confusing. All right. In the video, reacting versus ignoring, I was making a point that most of the time, and I noticed that with the Facebook group members, people who are asking me questions, clients, if you tell them to ignore something, but let's say they are still new at this, okay, you tell them to ignore something, they're trying to ignore something that is right up their face. It's very hard for them to ignore. So what they do is, oh, let me ignore this, let me ignore this, let me ignore this. So it becomes like a big resistance. That's why I made this video. Not reacting is much better than ignoring, especially if you are new at this and you don't know how to ignore yet. So it's better. I was taking the example of a red car that you don't want and a blue car that you want. The blue car is your desire, the red car is the thing you don't want anymore. So if you have that red car in front of your nose, it's better to say, okay, the red car is here, it's been manifested, it's here, that's okay, I get it. I'm just going to choose to not react to it. It's here, period. And I'm going to focus now on what I want. I'm going to focus on my blue car. It is better than seeing that red car and say, oh, let me ignore it, let me ignore it, let me ignore it. Oh, I see it's here, but I need to ignore it. So that's why in that video I was saying not reacting much more powerful than ignoring, because if you ignore in that way, and many people do, you are going to create a resistance and it's going to be even worse. Now, what confused this subscriber is that on my last video, I was speaking about ignoring as in not paying attention to. I was using the word ignoring in its true sense, meaning ignoring is what it is, right? Ignoring is not paying attention to something. That's what ignoring is. And I was using the term here, ignoring, as its true sense. So I was talking about the double slit experiment where the scientists decided to ignore one of the waves and focus on the other. But they truly ignored it as the true sense of the term, meaning they didn't pay attention to it. They didn't resist it. Oh my God, it's here, but let me ignore it. See? So that was another video, that was another theme, and not to be confused just because of a single word that I was using. And I know that in this video, I was also mentioning how I ignored my third party, because I truly did. I ignored her the same way the scientist ignored that wave, just didn't pay attention to it. So do not get stumbled just by a word. The word ignoring is just that. When we are using the word ignoring in its pure sense, understanding what ignoring really means, that's what we mean. We just mean ignoring as not paying attention to, but not putting resistance to it, because we truly are ignoring it without any resistance to it whatsoever. I hope this makes it more clear now. All right, the next question is also about a confusion, because in one of my latest videos, I was talking about the ladder experiment that Neville Goddard used to give to his students. Neville used to give an exercise to do to his students, which was to imagine that they were climbing up and down a ladder before they went to sleep. But he also told them the next day to write down and to say, I will not climb a ladder. So this person here says, I'm confused. If they visualized climbing the ladder but affirmed that they would not climb the ladder, how did the law work? Shouldn't the negative thoughts have blocked it? Well, what happened is that the subconscious mind does not understand negatives, okay? And Neville Goddard, obviously, a man like Neville Goddard knew that, right? So, whether or not they would say, I will not climb a ladder, what they were really reaffirming is, I will climb a ladder, because the subconscious mind again does not understand negatives. That's why when I give affirmations to my clients, and anyone who gives affirmation to their clients, they probably tell the same thing. Do not ever say I don't want something, because saying I don't want, whatever you say after I don't want, it means, for the subconscious mind, means that you want it. Okay, so if you want to stop smoking and you say I don't want to smoke anymore, you're going to smoke more. If I'm telling you do not think of a pink elephant, the first thing that comes in your mind is a pink elephant. So the subconscious mind works more in image anyhow, more than in words. So why do we use affirmation is because it gives an image in your mind. So therefore, I will not climb a ladder doesn't really mean anything. What you see in your mind when you say I won't climb a ladder is climbing a ladder. Affirmations in the negative don't work. It's the affirmation that counts, not the negative. So a negative will just reaffirm your affirmation. That's why when you want to affirm something, always in the positive. I have plenty of money. I am in a wonderful relationship. I am healthy. You will never say, I don't want to be poor anymore. I don't want to be single anymore. I don't want to be sick anymore. Okay? I hope that this is very clear to you now, because it's very simple to understand, as a matter of fact. So the reason why Neville Goddard told his student to say, I will not climb a ladder, was for two reasons. Number one, he knew that whether they said I will or I won't was going to be the same thing. And second of all, he really wanted them to understand how imagination works. Question number 3. How can I manifest in confinement? Well, confinement is the best place to manifest. Okay? You are pretty much stuck many hours of the day in your house these days, pretty much anywhere you live in the world. So, what better time to meditate more, to script more, to visualize more? So manifesting in lockdown, it's actually perfect. Okay? If so far you have, if until now you always have had a good excuse not to sit down for 15 minutes during the day. 15 minutes, I mean, really, what is 15 minutes? Sitting for 15 minutes during your day, and practice meditation. Practice clearing your mind of all the trash stuff in there. Clear the mind and replace it with pure and healthy thoughts, for example. Remember who you really are. Remember that you're not your thoughts, that you're not your things, that you're not even your body, that you are God, you are awareness, you are consciousness, and that this is what really counts. And once you realize that, you know that you can manifest anything you want. So, manifesting during lockdown, during confinement, is actually the easiest thing and the best place to be to do this. As a matter of fact, Even people who do not know that they manifest their experience in this life, they are taking this time because they have plenty of time to think. They are taking this time to focus more on themselves. So it is easier than ever right now to manifest whatever you want while in confinement. Because what is confinement? What is the lockdown anywhere? It's 3D stuff. It has been manifested already, okay? Since we see it, since it's here, it's dead. It has already been manifested. So there's nothing we can do about that. It's done, it's over with. But what you can do is take advantage of this situation and manifest what you want to see in your future. And how do we do this? Well, by using our imagination. So you imagine what you want, does not matter where you are physically right this second, you imagine what you want. And for people who are manifesting a specific person, guess what? Right now, your specific person is just like you. He or she is stuck. And what do they have to do right now? Well, like you, they have a lot of thinking to do. So put it in their mind that they are using this time to think of you. Because you know what? You can make your SP think and be what you want them to think and be. And many people have proven this to themselves. I know I have, and many people I speak to every day have as well. So if you haven't experienced that yet, imagine them now being in their house thinking about nothing but you. So, anyhow, I hope this was helpful to make you realize that yes, you can manifest during lockdown better than any other time. And thank you for listening to this video. Please subscribe and like the video. Like I said, once I have enough subscribers, I will do this questions and answers live. So it's going to be very exciting. And the video, instead of lasting just 15 minutes with 3 questions, I'll answer questions during a whole hour. So please, again, subscribe, like the video, share the video. There are some people in other groups, by the way, who ask me to send them the link of a video of mine. I don't do this in other groups but mine because, first of all, I don't suppose it's allowed. I'm not going to advertise my video on other groups. So, guys, all you have to do is you can share my video. If it's you sharing my video, you have more chance to share that video than me. So when you're asking me to share my videos on other groups than mine, that's not a good thing for me to do. So you take the link of my video and you share it on other groups. Okay? I hope it makes sense. And again, thanks for listening. I hope the questions and answers of this week helped you. And I'll see you next Friday with the question and answer video. And as always, on Monday, I'll have my other regular video.